in a number of instances, we have students participating in physical actions, maybe abusive actions against other students. Can you outline that or tell me what you know about that, and then I'd ask the other two to respond from their experiences?
Yeah, we saw students being involved with abuse and torture of other students, typically at the direction of some of the staff or owners. But yes, kids typically be against their will being responsible for that and being told to carry somebody around, kick them, beat them, whatever the case may be. And we saw that last time, too, the 10 cases from last fall, the same type of things where kids were involved. In one of the programs, the actual staff were people who had been program participants. So they went through the program, and their qualifications to be the staff were that they'd been in the program.
Same was the case in my program. The students did actually have to physically restrain students. We had to chase them, bring them back. This was the first few times that a student would do it. If you had just become a senior member, you were told by staff, okay, you're a senior member, you should go and chase them now. And then after a while, it sort of becomes second nature. It's almost just, a reflex at that point, because you know that you're expected to do it. So
when you discuss wrapping students up in restraints, that was done by other students?
That was usually initiated by the faculty, but the students assisted. Like a faculty would say, wrap them up, and then the students were the ones that were forced to do it. The faculty was then the one that would say, put them in the isolation room, and a student would observe. So occasionally, we would let the kids out of the blankets if we thought we wouldn't get in trouble for it, if nobody was looking, but it was something that if anybody was around, we had no chance of doing.
Dr. Belancy, what's your impression of this?
Once again, I'm horrified. There is no justification for having youth-on-youth interventions like that.
Is there in I don't know what I would call a normal practice? I mean, is there a discussion of this within the profession of whether this is advised or ill-advised, or?
Yes, I think it's very clear in the profession that this is ill-advised and unaccepted practice. One of my comments as I was listening to what could be helpful, and what a parent might want to ask, I'd want to know whether or not, what were the professional qualifications of the staff. I would want to know if there is on-site medical involvement and oversight in an administrative capacity. I'd want to know what the training guidelines were for the staff. I'd want to know what the history of abuse claims were against the agency. In my state, you can find out more about a restaurant by doing a web search for their health standards. Then you can learn about these kinds of programs that are caring for America's youth, and that's an outrage.